Climate change is increasing the variability of the water cycle, thus inducing extreme weather events, reducing the predictability of water availability, decreasing water quality, and threatening sustainable development and enjoyment of human rights to safe drinking water and sanitation. Some water bodies in Zambia have been stressed with unsustainable activities and extreme temperatures, which have led to some rivers drying up, thus posing a serious threat to both animals and the people.
800 to 2,000 cubics of water per day, and then the other part we've got the boreholes also, which gives us about 1,000 cubics per day. Now looking at the way this dam has dried up, when you go to the boreholes also, the water level has also gone down. So at the boreholes also we are producing about 400 cubics, and then here as we have seen, we are producing 0 cubics of water. That means now we are in a crisis. There's no other source of water.
Zambians are now aware of the consequences of climate change because when a river or a water source dries up, the consequences are bad, given that water is life. Zambia has experienced it all, from floods to droughts, as well as extreme temperatures leading to low water levels, threatening access to water. The Lusaka Water and Sanitation Company, just like other utilities, has been struggling to meet its targets due to climate change.
One of the impacts obviously is seen in the prolonged drought. We have not had good rains so far, and this obviously can be seen from the supply in other areas which are supplied through boreholes. So in a situation where we do not have rains, it means that the boreholes will not recharge, and the yield from the boreholes will be reduced. Now in that situation, obviously, as a utility company, the responsible thing for us to do is to reduce on the supply hours for those areas which are fed through those boreholes, because that's the responsible thing to do. We cannot abstract water, a significant amount today, without taking care of the needs of tomorrow.
The National Water Supply and Sanitation Council, NWASCO, the regulator of surface water and water utility companies in the country, notes the need for continuous interventions on climate change mitigation to avoid a worst-case scenario.
If that thing comes to pass, I tell you it will be a big challenge, not only for our sector, but just the entire country. Because you see, for us in the sector, we use electricity so much to pump water. So if you don't have water in the dams to generate electricity, we know that we cannot pump. That's the first thing. But again, we know that the raw water source comes from the rivers, comes from underground. So if the rivers dry up, if the underground water dries up, definitely there's nothing that we can do. It's just a catastrophe.
Climate change remains the greatest threat of our existence. No one is going to buy their way out of its effects, hence the need to adapt. Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.